a missing piece to my handling tips. Another part of my handling greatly consists of hanging out in the enclosure with Blue. I hold him in his basking spot. I set my hand in there on his basking spot and pet him. I spend a lot of time with Blue in his basking spot. This will help in cage handling. I am a daily part of his life. I get in his enclosure regularly. I hold him regularly. I clean his water daily. He sees me and gets used to me on a regular basis without just being pulled out of his cage. Getting them out is a big part of it, but it is not the only part of it. Sorry about my focus on the camera here. I like to have my eyes on Blue when I'm messing with him instead of watching him through a camera. I can see his body language better. Good boy. Just moving him around in his cage and playing with him. Little bits. And you see I'm getting no aggression, no hissing, nothing. Oh. He's actually just curious as to what's going on because I got the camera out. He doesn't really like the camera. Not too fond of it, unless it means food. Good boy, Blue. As you can see, his enclosure has drastically changed a little bit. Well, not drastically, but all the live plants are gone, except for this snake plant that's still holding on. When he does kill the live plants, I bury them. They become part of his bioactive substrate. My rain machine's not on right now. It's only on for about 2 or 3 hours every day, sometimes every other day for more humid days. Here he comes. He's going to come check out what I'm doing. Good boy, Blue. While I was burying all the plants, I also remodeled his hide. He had almost dug completely out from under the original rock, which is this one in the front. So I buried that rock and buried half of this rock and helped him start a new hide. I left the entrance where he had it originally. I'll put the camera in there in a second. Once he goes, he's gonna go for a swim. A lot of people say my water feature's too big. He loves his water feature. He swims in it regularly. There's the pump that runs his rain. There's the tube going up. There's the box. That box is composite plastic, so it won't grow funguses or molds or anything on it. And I take it off and clean it regularly. It also has filter cloth in it. You can kind of see some of the filter cloth through the holes. Swimming in his water, playing around. He does this every day. Loves his water. It's almost sad to have a water dish that they can't swim in. All his branches. Okay, we'll go into his hide real quick. There it is. The outside of it is like 3 foot across, or 3 foot long, and about 2 foot across. The inside of it is just about as big. I did leave him room to dig more. It's about 18 inches wide by 2 foot long. Hopefully I'm getting a good shot of this den. It's quite large. I think he'll fit in it his whole life. He can dig it to about 3 foot long by 2 foot wide. I think that'll be big enough for a hide. If it's not, I'll get another rock. And it's about 10 inches tall from top to bottom in there. 10, 12 inches tall. But I don't think he'll get that wide. If he's too fat to fit in a 10, 12 inch tall hide, I think I'm overfeeding him as a Savannah monitor. Oh, he's crawled up to his basking spot. And I do a lot of this. I'll hang out next to the cage, move stuff around, pack down some of his dirt, get plants out that have died and bury them, redo his rocks a little bit, clean, and then I give him pets. He's more irritated by the camera than he is me. Sees me more than the camera. But yeah, gave up on the live plants. It'll be okay. He doesn't like them anyway. They're just in his way. He has plenty of decor besides the live plants. Places to climb and hide. There, he likes to hide on that log, between the log and his basking rock. He's got a little hiding spot back here, up underneath the logs. And there's a warm hide. Actually, he can get underneath this log and the end of the basking rock on that log. That's one of his favorite spots to sit. He actually sits there more than he does in his hide. He only sleeps in his hide. But there's a basic rundown on Blue and some of my handling. I spend about 10 minutes, 12 minutes a day just hanging out in the enclosure with him. And I'll set my hand next to him or just gently on him in the basking spot. Just like this. I'm not really touching him or pushing on him. I'm not blocking any of the basking light. But I'm here. And I'm close to him. And through this, I mean, in the beginning he moved away. They will walk away from you and get tired of you being there. Hey, easy. See? He's getting a little tired of me being here talking. That's another thing, is I keep it quiet and unexcited when I'm messing with him. Good boy, Blue. It's okay. He's getting tired of the camera. The lights in his eyes and shit. But yeah, that's basic rundown on how I've gotten Blue so tame. Also with the glove training. We'll do another feeding video today with some hornworms I got. Good snack. He's more tired of the camera than he is me being around him. But just be around the enclosure for a little bit every day and do some handling inside the enclosure. Pick them up, move them to one side of the basking spot and let them walk back on it. You know, little bits here and there. If they run to a hide, get them out of the hide real quick, set them back on the basking spot, and then leave them alone. Then they realize that, you know, you're not a risk or high danger. And eventually you get a calm, passive Savannah monitor that hisses and smacks you with his hand when he's tired of what you're doing, instead of biting you. Good boy, Blue.